much, now I'm swallowed.
Yo, what's going on everybody? My name is Anna. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Let's get right into this video. As you guys saw recently, I played that Wisp, so I've been trying out these new junglers, and here you have the Moren. The reason I picked this was because I just thought of an amazing combo. I was thinking, you know what happens if you get an Annette and a Moren on the same team? So what I did was I invited my friend Ku and my teammate KO. We both played, all of us played in a trio queue versus another trio queue. And guys, I was just thinking about this combo, like, what if you had an Annette and then you had a Moren? Wouldn't that be just insane? You know, win cuff, ultimate, kind of like the best possible situation. So that's the reason I picked it. I told Ku, just pick Annette and everything will work out fine. He was like, okay, I'll do it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get right into this, where we actually start off on the blue buff, because of course always want to be starting near that dragon. I'm gonna go and take this right before it resets. Pretty nice there. And one thing, the hardest thing about Moren, of course, is just keeping up those stacks. I'll be trying throughout the video to explain why I'm doing what I'm doing and how to keep those stacks up all of the time. Anyways, finish our jungle clear here. So I'm trying to poke out the crest there, but actually you can see that they're starting to jump onto my Annette, so I need to go and help her. You can see again the wind cuff right there, so I'm gonna start with my ultimate. I just click the ultimate, guys. I don't drag it, notice that, and then I just drag my knockback. You can see here, and again another nice wind cuff. That of course is going to help us out a lot. We're going to push them back with our second skill, stun them even more, just crazy stuff. Here I'm just dragging the sentinel out to stack it. I'm way too low HP to take it, so I just get a nice stack off of it. Not really too much of a big deal, and already we're at an amazing start, 3-2 in the game, and we have 2 kills at 2 minutes. You can just see though, that's exactly what I wanted from this combo of the Moren and the Annette. Annette just lands one good wind cuff early game, and then I get those kills, and it's all but over, because Moren's worst point in a game is the early game, of course, because he's not having those insane crits. The damage is just not really there. His attack speed isn't too high, so he can't really have 8 stacks all the time. So as soon as you can get out of that late game stage, early game stage, then he will just be a monster. And when you get early kills like what we just did, it will just be 10 times easier to get out of that phase. Anyways, you can see here that there is a little bit of commotion going on. If I pan my map over, I can see they're actually taking the dragon. I don't really care about that, to be honest. A bit too late for me to go and contest it, so I'm just going to go and invade their blue when I get that chance. And you can see that my Ryoma is actually able to steal it. That was pretty funny. Well played by KO to be able to do that. But if he didn't steal it, either way, I'm just going to go over to the blue buff right now, because I know that the Slims was just at his red, then he instantly went to the dragon. Now he has to go back to his blue buff. But here I try and go to the sentinel. Honestly, this is a bit risky, you know. I'm not sure if I should have just dropped the sentinel and went straight to the blue buff, because as you can see, as soon as we come up here, the blue buff is taken. So honestly, I think I should have just not even bothered with the sentinel and just went straight into his jungle and invaded that blue. I think it would have went much better for us that way. And as you can see here, we're at 8 stacks, so we need to hit the tower once just to maintain our stacks. Now we have the first skill back up. That is going to help us a lot. You can see, just going to use it again while our stacks are running out. And guys, don't be afraid to hit towers like what I just did when you need to get that stack. Anyways, here we're trying to make something happen. Try to use our ult and our knockback, but we just miss our knockback by a little bit. The Slims are just a little bit too far there, guys. So we ended up not being able to make anything happen. You can see at top lane, the Hayate actually dies to my Ryoma. Well played there. And I think it would have been went a little bit better there with these Slims and the knockback if I had bought my boots first, because as you can see, I bought both Slaughter, the 3rd tier jungle item, first, and there I'm just buying my boots. If I had my boots right when I was trying to knock back that Slims, I probably would have had the movement speed to do so, but it just is unfortunate that instead I bought 3rd tier jungle item right away instead. Anyways, going to go to the blue buff, then stay around mid. Guys, when you're on a Moren, when you're on a Wisp, these very late game heroes, you want to be staying around mid as much as possible, because early game you're not even going to be able to get ganks on the side lane. That's not your win condition on a Moren. It's not about the side lanes, it is about the mid lane and your farm, your jungle clear, just all of that combined, and you will see a lot more success in these heroes if you just try to focus as much as you can on the mid. Anyways, here you can see that the Crush is not at full stack, so we can't even use his ultimate. We're just going to use our ulti, stun him, and he is stuck in that bush just as soon as we walk in. A nice wind cuff there, you can see. Actually, Hurricane Wall's right behind them as well, so the Slims and the Sephora cannot even flicker away or escape anything like that. Hayate is actually able to pick up the jungle camp there. We can see that the blue buff is respawning now because I remembered that about a minute 30 ago we were taking it away and we saw him take it. So of course we're just going to run over here and start to invade this. Very well played for us that we realized this, and we are now just cutting down this Slim's farm by so much. And if you look at our jungle clear, we're not wasting any time in our own jungle clear. Guys, again, look at this. Crash not up to his ultimate yet. He does not have a full rage bar. That means he is free kills. Just going to stun him with my ultimate and knockback, and that is his life over. See here that the Slims is just jungling, but I'm not afraid at all, guys. I have 8 stacks, as you can see, so there's no reason for me to be scared right now. You can see, again, I'm just trying to keep those 8 stacks up. I hit the bird, and we were able to maintain them. Here we're just getting even more lane gold. That is the win condition for a Moren, guys. It's lane gold and jungle gold. You always need to be farming no matter what. You can see I actually eat a spear, and look at this, guys. Very well played by us to get that ultimate off. We realized exactly where they were going to go. Of course, that was the Slims and the Hayate's only escape route, so it really wasn't really up. There wasn't really any other place to land your ultimate there. Of course, I'm not going to throw it on top of them. That would just be ridiculous. You have to predict where they're going to be jumping around, and we just managed to do that perfectly. And as you can see, the dragon's up, but also if you look at my jungle clear, look at that, it's all up. Honestly, I don't want to be wasting too much time just doing the dragon, so I'm just going to go straight back into the jungle. I feel like that would help my clear more. If we had an ADC side lane or something and they were just taking the red buff and my bot side jungle, then I wouldn't really mind. Then I would just go to drag, and then yeah, everyone's happy, everyone gets gold. But not in this situation, because of course you can see we are on the ADC, so there's no ADC to go and take our red buff for us. Again, just keeping those stacks up. We need to stack up more. Actually, you can see we're only at 2. The Omen flickers away as soon as he sees us here. So well played by him. He probably would have died if he didn't use that flicker. We're pushing onto the high ground here, and again, guys, just always remember to be stacking up. You can see, look, I'll even tank the tower if I have to, just to maintain those stacks, because that's how vital they are. I get stunned by the wind wall, so I wasn't able to follow up on that ANNETTE wind cuff, which would have been super nice because I did see that 2 of them were wind cuff, but since we were stunned from Sephiroth's water wall, we were just not able to do so. Anyways, I can see that the mid is open here. There's nobody here to contest. I also need to keep my stacks up. And you can see, guys, this is what I'm talking about, how strong Moren is in the late game. In the mid game, he's out of that early game phase. He now has insane attack speed. He has those crits, so he can just start dealing damage like a maniac. Anyways, again, try to land a nice stun and knockback combo. Guys, look at that Sephiroth's HP. She just got nuked. We crit twice from the first skill. It was like 1800 each, which got her down to 1 HP or something like that. Guys, the early game before a Moren, so bad, but the late game, he's one of the best heroes. He's up there with Wukong and heroes like those who just, in the late game, just come out with these insane, disgusting crits that cannot be stopped at all. Same with Talanis, to be honest. Just any crit damage hero in the late game is seriously a monster. Violet, you know, all of these heroes, if you can bring them up to the late game, it is basically a free win. Just the one problem, of course, is the early game that you have to keep in mind. Anyways, I can see the Omen ult here, so I'm just going to use my ultimate, use my knockback, and he is a free kill there. Not much to talk about. See the Darkslayer right here, but I don't want to tank it, so I just let the tower jump onto it. Then I'm going to hit it from this sneaky position where none of the AoEs would even be able to hit me from this spot. So super nice, and we were able to take that so easily, just because, again, the Moren damage is crit, and stuff just falls like it's nothing. Anyways, again, look at that, stacking off of these towers. That is the way to go onto Moren. Don't use my ultimate there because I know that the Sephora has a wind wall, or excuse me, her ultimate, I forgot the name of it, but Sephiroth's ultimate, she can just go immune, so there's really no point for me to even try to ultimate her. Take a Slim Spear here, but guys, look at our HP. It's not even going down. That's because of all the stacks that we have. We are maintaining our 8 stacks very nice. So you can see we just get our Bow of Slaughter there, but there's nobody even to hit with it. So I'm just going to go super aggressive here. You can see I'm like diving into them, but the Hayate actually runs away, guys. We're trying to lifesteal off something, but there's nothing, and we actually end up dying. But it doesn't really matter because, as you can see, looking over at their core, that is the game. Guys, I wanted to deal a lot more damage at that late game with that bow of slaughter, but nobody just wanted to fight us. Everyone just running away, and the core was free from our team to take. So very well played by us. You can just see that ANNETTE and Moren combo, one wind cuffed, and the game is over, in my opinion. Because as soon as I see that wind cuff, I'm instantly just going to use my ultimate. You don't even have to drag it, guys. Just click the ultimate, drag the second skill, though, the knockback, and everything will just work out in the end. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this Moren guide, and I will see you all tomorrow in the next video. Peace out, everyone.